Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're enjoying whatever you're reading. Remember, if you're not enjoying what you're reading, please put it down. As you can see, probably from the title, that this is going to be this is a very popular book, and this has been all over the place for the last. Oh, I don't know when did it come out? Yeah, I know it came out last year. Can't remember. Late last year. I think it came out like in October or November, seems to me. Maybe September. But anyways, I think if you're watching this, you probably know the story of Virginia Roberts Giuffre. I think that's how I pronounce it. Anyways, this is her full memoir. If you've followed the Epstein story, you've probably heard a portion of her story. Now, for Nobody's Girl, it's a very different story. I would say that there are different trigger warnings. As someone who doesn't really react to books, this one I did. I did have definitely had nightmares. And I put a disclaimer on it because it does deal with that kind of crap. And very rightly so. And while it seems it seems that it's kind of innocent, it's kind of not. So I will read the flap as I usually do, and then I will go from there. I'll give you. The world knows Virginia Roberts Giuffre as Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's most outspoken victim. The woman whose decision to speak out will send both serial abusers to prison, whose photograph with Prince Andrew catalyzed his fall from grace. But her story has never been told in full in her own words until now. In April 2025, Giuffre took her own life. She left behind a memoir written in the years preceding her death and stated unequivocally that she wanted it published. Nobody's Girl is the riveting and powerful story of an ordinary girl who would grow up to confront extraordinary adversity. Here, Giuffre offers an unsparing and definitive account of her time with Epstein and Maxwell, who trafficked her and others to numerous prominent men. She also details the molestation she suffered as a child, as well as her daring escape from Epstein's and Maxwell's grasp at 19. Giuffre remade her life from scratch and summoned the courage not only to hold her abusers to account, but also to advocate for other victims. The pages of Nobody's Girl preserve her voice and her legacy forever. Nobody's Girl is an astonishing affirmation of Giuffre's unshakable will, first to claw her way out of victimhood and then to shine a light on wrongdoing and fight for a safer, fairer world. Equal parts intimate and fierce, it's a remarkable narrative of fortitude in the face of depravity and despair. I gave this book a 4.5. Now, I know you might think, well, that's kind of low for this kind of book. Well, I think it's just the content for me really was. She doesn't do it in excruciating detail of what happened to her, but she does, I would say excruciating detail, sometimes a little too much, but this is her memoir. She has passed away. This is the story. And like I said, I'll give huge trigger warnings on this book. I would recommend, if you are going to read it one part a day, simply because of the content. I'm someone who can normally handle really hard and difficult things. This one gave me nightmares, quite literally. I remember one morning waking up just absolutely in an absolute nightmare about Epstein and Maxwell and what the author has described in this book. I would recommend it if you have to read it during the day, during daylight hours, because of the content. So if you're working, it's just my recommendation. It is a very good book. It's very, very good. It's excellent. I really honestly didn't find anything too difficult to read about it, but it's a really riveting tale. And I found myself, at least in the second part, at times just absolutely pouring through it, you know. She divides the book into 5 different parts, so it's easy. It's that way, and it's easy. And each part is about anywhere from 50. It's usually about 100 pages. Like the first 2 parts, I think, are about 50-ish pages. 50. Each about 50 to 70 pages. The last 2 parts are over 100. I would recommend that when you do read it, if you do pick up a copy, that you do read the note that is given by her co-writer, her collaborator. I would highly recommend that because it details a lot of why she went in through this. I realize if you read the note, it feels like it goes on for a long time. And I also recommend that you read the introduction, which is quite long piece. And she does change names in quite a number of people, and quite rightly so. And I don't know, there was something it was very disturbing. I will say, I'll grant you that. But it's very good, and it's well worth the read if you get the chance to read it, get a handle on a copy. I know it's a difficult thing to read, but I would say like I've said before, it's well worth it. And with that, I'm going to close this episode and remind you that I would appreciate likes and comments on this book if you've read it. I would also appreciate it if you like and subscribe to this channel, if you like and see what you've heard today. Also, please, if you want to, you can financially support me through the bookshop.org link that I have below. And I look forward to seeing you sometime soon. I know I have had no glasses on for the last couple of times. It's because it's dark and I get reflection in my glasses onto the screen, and I really, honestly, to tell you the truth, I really don't like seeing that reflection. So I can see, but it's a bit fuzzy. So I sorry about that. So that's why sometimes I don't have my glasses on. Normally I will, but it's been dark out, and so the glare from the computer screen reflects back onto my glasses, and I really, honestly, tell you the truth, I really don't like it. Anyways, that's enough for me about that, and I hope to talk to you soon about my next read, and bye for now.